What is up, everybody? My name is Bobby. I do music, and today we are checking out the Synergy Plexi module for the Synergy amp system. If you don't know about the Synergy amp system, it is a series of modular tube amps with these modules being one of them. They've got a bunch of different housings you can put them into. They've got a little desktop one that takes one module. I've got the rack mount one that takes two. They also make heads combos and power amps and cabs as well. So we're looking at the Plexi, which is based on a Plexi. I picked this one up, I don't know, about a year ago as of recording, maybe a year and a half. And it kind of took a while for it to grow on me. I did some research into how people, tend to run their Plexis and the history of them. It's a sound. I mean, it's classic rock. It's 70s classic rock into, 80s a little bit before the JCM 800 became a thing. And it's a super fun module. It's got a wide range of tones. So like an old 4-pole Marshall, it's got the inputs jumpered. So you have volume 1 and volume 2, or in this case, volume 2 and volume 1. They're organized backwards. I'm going to point out really quick that I actually like that it's organized that way because it's the lower frequencies in gain 2 and the higher frequencies in gain 1. And so it kind of helps you keep straight, like left to right is low to high, bass, middle, treble, lows and top kind of thing. So right out the gate, I really like that. So before we start checking out some more sounds with this thing, signal chain really quick. This is my Rev Star with the P90s. It's completely stock. I haven't done a thing to it other than put new strings on it, I think. And we're going into my pedal board, all bypassed, except I do have the Rev gate. Let's take that out. So all bypassed into the Plexi in the Syn 2. Out of the Plexi, we're going into my Torpedo Live by 2 Notes, which has my usual Mesa 4x12 with a 57 and a 121 on it, just to keep things at a baseline. Out of that, it goes into a Walrus D1 and R1 doing delay and reverb. I will bypass that, so completely dry now. Out to your ears. So let's talk about the Plexi. So the gains, we're just going to roll them down. Gain 1 and 2, or gain 2 and 1, control the normal and the bright channel, if this were an old Plexi amp. So gain 2 is going to be very thick and woolly, kind of dark. And it's not that dark. I'm going to hit that gate back on just so we don't get that single coil hum. It's not that dark, but it is thick. If I take that down, we bring up gain 1. It's a lot hairier, it's a lot brighter, it's a lot more bite. So with them jumpered like that on the old amp, you can blend the two. And the way a lot of people typically ran it was they would get the gain up on gain 1, kind of where they want it. And then you fill it in with gain 2 just to kind of round out the sound so it's not so hollow in the bottom. Now the 2 channels on this thing are identical, so I'm not going to do any back and forth really to compare them because there is no comparison. They're the same. So we're going to stick with the green channel here, and let's start messing with the gain a little bit more. You can kind of start to hear as I bring gain 2 up, it'll start to fill out the bottom even more. starts to get a lot less tight and a lot more saturated down at the bottom there. So depending on what you're going for, you can blend between the two and get a pretty cool sound. And like I said, it sounds like classic rock, man. And let's talk about I'm going to leave it about, let's back the 2 off just a little bit there. Let's talk about the EQ. So, as I understand it, on most Marshalls, you'd run the bass all the way down. It's a little hollow on this. Then you push the mids. You're kind of pushing into that Van Halen Brown sound thing. In fact, let me grab something with humbuckers. This is an Ibanez S420 bone stock. It's just my E-flat humbucker guitar. Let's take the... Now, I don't have a phase 90 to throw in front of this, but with the gain 1 all the way up, gain 2 mostly down, if not all the way down, and then max out the mids and treble, and as much, bass to taste. I don't have a variac either. We're not going to get, exactly that sort of thing, but we're in that ballpark for sure. This might get copyright stricken. Oh well, it's worth it. That's one of my favorite sounds for sure. Just max it all out. Just get it as hot as you can, and just. It's never going to be exact, but it's a super fun module. I really love it. Thanks guys for checking this out. I know this was a shorter one, but it's a pretty straight ahead, simple module, man. So yeah, if you like it, leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks so much for checking it out, and I will see you guys and gals in the next video. Bye.